This is not a drill. It's September 15th, 15 more days until the state of Michigan shuts down. I blame this entirely on House Republicans. Why am I blaming them? Because they are in the majority. And this week we received our agenda for the week of bills that we're going to be voting on, and none of them are budget bills. They did pass their version of the budget last month, but they have yet to make any negotiation progress with the Michigan Senate and the governor's office. Negotiations are not going very well, and state departments are already submitting their emergency shutdown plans. Each department has to submit emergency shutdown plans on which employees they're going to let go of and what programs they are going to cut, what services they are going to cut in the case of a state government shutdown. If the state of Michigan shuts down, none of our staff will get paid. State of Michigan employees may not get paid, and only essential services will continue to operate. That includes the National Guard, the state police, and the state Supreme Court judges. Last year, when Michigan Democrats were in the majority in the House, we passed our budget before July 1st, and the budget was signed by the governor. Why would there be a shutdown? Because on September 30th, there is no money that is appropriated in the state of Michigan beyond that date. Our fiscal year starts on October 1st, 2025, and runs through the next year, September 30th, 2026. The legislature has to pass budget bills, and they have to be signed into law by the governor in order for the state treasury to disperse any funding. Republicans are going to blame Senate Democrats and Democrats in the House, but don't let them fool you. They are in the majority in the Michigan House. They have the power to discharge bills to the floor for a vote. When they did do their budget bills last month, they cut out $5 billion in essential services and then said that it was fraud or that we had phantom jobs. The waste, fraud, and abuse that they were talking about was $3 billion in Medicaid cuts, $1.1 billion in cuts to LEO, the Labor Economic Opportunity Department, and $1 billion from the Department of Health and Human Services. These are programs that children, mothers, pregnant women, parents, seniors, and veterans rely on, and that is what they are referring to as waste, fraud, and abuse. Because the unemployment agency is inside LEO, that agency would be operating at a very bare minimum. And if you've ever had to deal with unemployment, you know how long those waits are. Without staff working there, those waits are going to be even longer. So for these employees who are going to be laid off or furloughed, they're going to have a hard time applying for unemployment and getting a response promptly. So this is a catch-22. If you guys know me as a person, you would know that I always take personal responsibility, that I am only responsible for my actions. But in this case right now, I blame House Republicans and all Republicans. This is not a natural disaster. We are not in a pandemic. We are in an economic crisis. Instead of House Republicans finding ways for us to fill the gap because of all of these federal cuts, they are actively trying to doge our state budget. They're trying to do everything that the Trump administration and Republicans in Congress are doing. That is why we are in the situation that we are in today. They spent the past 9 months passing unserious, ridiculous legislation like trying to rename the Gulf of Mexico, banning certain people from using school bathrooms, and a bunch of other bills that really, frankly, do not make our lives any better. Don't let them fool you. Share this message, save it, comment at least 5 words, and double tap to like it. Your engagement helps to get this message out to other Michiganders.